Com. Yesterday, Jamie and I did have the pleasure of speaking to Papa Rocco. Unfortunately, not a very good subject, and everyone's just bracing, hoping for the best and preparing for the worst. Anyway, we're going to go to that interview with Papa Rocco, and he's, of course, in Gulf Shores, and we'll be right back right after this.
And got on the phone this morning, on this Tuesday morning. Of course, we're taping this interview on Monday. My best buddy in Gulf Shores, Papa Rocco himself, Mr. Bill McGinnis. Good morning, Bill. How are things on the Gulf?
Well, not too good right now. Matter of fact, the weather's bad down there right now. It's raining, but that's not the big concern. You know, everybody knows what the big concern is right now. We're in the oil business right now, so everybody's watching to see what's going to happen. Everybody's really concerned down here. It doesn't look good, but we're all optimistic, and so we're at the mercy of BP, I guess. I don't know.
Now, Bill, when you say optimistic, what are you talking about optimistic? What is the best case?
We had the good with the bad. You know, right now they predicted the oil to hit the beaches here today, and I guess the weather changed a little bit and it's holding it back out there. And now we're talking about maybe 72 hours away if the weather keeps going the way it is, and then of course if we keep getting a northerly flow, it might push it more to the south. So. I mean, anyway you look at it, it's not good, but they're really working hard down here. I dove down West Beach yesterday, at the end of West Beach, man. I think they got a mountain of sand down there. It covered my building up 20 times, and so they're getting ready to work on the beaches if the worst happens. They got the booms out there, and I don't know. That'll help a little bit, but it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop the oil from hitting the shoreline.
This morning on the front.
Right now, it hasn't hit the shoreline right now, and it's still out there. So we're just being optimistic and hoping for the best, and then hoping for the best, preparing for the worst. Put it that way.
Well, USA Today this morning's got it. As spill grows, the urgency increases this Monday morning here as we're doing this interview with you, and it's talking about worst case scenario is a 30-day deal. Bad case scenario is, years. 3, 6 months, couple years, clean this up.
Sure, yeah. I mean, if you go back in history to '89, when I was at the Valdez up there in Alaska.
Right.
I mean, they're still feeling the effects of that up there, and that was only, I forget how many gallons of oil came out of that tanker, but it's nothing near what we're dealing with here. I mean, this is worse than Category 5 hurricane. When the damage is all in and done, I don't know what the total bill will be on this whole thing. You know what I mean? But we're all in the same boat here. But I feel bad for the shrimpers and the crabbers. Putting them right out of it.
Would this be a good weekend to be headed to Gulf Shores? I mean, how many more good weekends do you think they're going to have?
Well, we're ready ahead. I don't know. Cancellations this weekend, there was about 20,000 cancellations that I know of, just talking to various people canceling, people waiting to see what's going to happen. It's like, when you got a hurricane threat, people hold back. So when the worst thing happens, I think people reevaluate it and see if they still want to come down there. Even if the beaches are clean, it's the water we're dealing with. So.
Well, now Gloria's been talking to the beach club, and they issued a.
They're optimistic. They're going to refund any vacation investments should there be a problem. If you cannot get in the water because of the oil spill, you'll be refunded 100%.
So, in the long term, Bill, what does this do for somebody like you that operates a restaurant? I know you have a lot of local business too.
Yeah, sure do. Yeah, so it's like. Some people say, well, if, like me, a big percent of my business, as you know, is oysters. Oysters and half shell, my baked oysters, and shrimp. But mainly, oysters is probably a big part of my business. So people say, well, if you can't sell oysters, you're doing your pizza and blah blah blah. And that's the way a lot of people look at it. But if there ain't nobody here to eat it, that's my concern is if there's nobody here on vacation or nobody coming, and we're just relying on locals. Well, it's good to have local business, but our tourists.
Well, hey, Bill, what is the worst case scenario for Gulf Shores, Alabama?
Pardon?
What's the worst case scenario for folks like you in Gulf Shores?
To be honest with you, Jamie, that's hard to put a pulse on right now. Really, I think we still have to be waiting, be a little optimistic to see when this thing. I think probably if you asked me that question 2 weeks, I could probably give you a real honest and accurate answer. Right now, I'm trying to be a little optimistic myself, so I really don't know. It's not going to be good, put it that way, but hopefully it's not going to be as bad as we expect. But like I say, we're hoping for the best and preparing for the worst, put it that way. So.
Well, Bill, I appreciate you talking to us this morning. I got one special request. We're going to try to get down there this weekend to be part of all this and get hopefully a new commercial with you, interview with you, let us tell us everything. Save me a bunch of raw oysters when I get there.
Yeah, well, I'm going to save you some.
All right.
No.
We stocked at the health department. We can buy oysters right up to the end of the week. Anything's in any like Bon Secure or Play Like Seafood, anything that's in house, we can buy up. But I think after this weekend won't be able to get in and out the beds anymore. So.
All right, Bill. Well, the number one place on Gulf Shores where all you folks need to go, and a lot of you do when you're down on the Gulf, Papa Rocco's, Mr. Bill McGinnis. Bill, we'll be seeing you this weekend, so I'm going to go for right now, but you hang on a little bit and I'll talk to you further. But we got to take a break, and we'll be right back. Y'all hang on.